Okay, so that is done. Next. Okay, so yeah, let's see who's here. And if you already know one of your guides, looking at the chat now. Okay, Haneen has met 3 of them. Awesome. Yes, because we talked yesterday. And then, is it Jessie? Is that correct? She says she can hear me. That's awesome. Cinnamon says she has met 3. Blair says he has met 2. And Siobhan says met 1. Oh, and is it Jessie or Yessie? I'm not sure. Says she hasn't met any of her spirit guides yet. All right, so yeah, again, for the new ones, I'm really sorry my video on this side is not working today. I'm not sure why, but I can see you, and that's the most important thing. So I can still do the readings. All right, so there are a few things that I will tell you before we get started. One of them is that my definition of spirit guides, because there are different traditions, like let's say Umbanda and spiritualism, and they all have different definitions. So I'll tell you mine first. Mine is that any beings that help us in our spiritual development or with daily life that come from the higher dimensions are spirit guides. So that includes angels, ancestors, nature beings like elves, fairies, then star beings, also called aliens, ascended masters, gods and goddesses, and power animals. All of these can be spirit guides and help us with our life. The second thing you want to know is that they always show themselves in a way that makes sense to us. So they don't really have a form because they're not here in 3D. They are made out of energy and light, but they take on a form because we are human beings and we want to know what they look like, and we want to know their names. So they basically take it on so that, yeah, our human brain is happy. So sometimes when you want to do, when you want to get to know your spirit guides and you do, let's say, my spirit guide meditation that you can get on my website, they will show themselves, for example, as your favorite teddy bear when you were a kid. And then you go like, oh, this is bullshit. I just made it up. This can't be. And then you explain it away. But no, this is real. They just took that form because it means something to you, because your teddy bear made you feel safe when you were small. And that's what the feeling they want to convey to you. Or sometimes they might show themselves as a Disney figure, for example, because you like to watch Disney movies when you were small. So that is the same thing. Like they show themselves as, I like to use the example of Pocahontas, for example, because to you that means something. Because it might remind you of like how wild you were as a little child, and the spirit guide wants you to go back to being that wild little child again. So don't dismiss anything that you see because you think you're just imagining things. The same goes for names, by the way. They don't really have a name. They have an energy signature, but as human beings, that's sometimes not enough for us, so they will give us a name that we can use. Doesn't mean that that is actually their name, and you can't talk to them if you don't know their name or if you use a different name. And then the last thing, oh yeah, one more thing. Actually, 2 more things. One is that even if you already know one of your guides, it might be others coming through today. Why is that? Because if you already know one of your guides, that guide doesn't need me to give you messages because they can talk to you directly. Also, sometimes they still do come through, even if you know them, and then it's usually because they want to give you some really strong validation that they're really around. And then one last thing is, if I give you a message today from your guides and it doesn't make sense right away, don't dismiss it. Just accept it and see what happens over the next few days or weeks. Because oftentimes, usually, you will get more signs that validate that message. So, and then how I work is I close my eyes, and usually in these sessions you can see me too. This time I can only see you, but so I close my eyes and I tilt my head to the left. I'm not sure why that is, but somehow I can hear them better when my head is to the left. But so yeah, I close my eyes and then I wait, and I'm a clairvoyant, so I will see images of these beings, and then I will tell you what I see. And while I tell you what I see, they will give me information about you and your life and the message they want to convey to you. And if you want a reading, it's a good idea. Yes, you definitely want to turn on your video, because if I can see you, it's a bit easier for me to connect to your guides. All right, so please close your eyes for a minute and take a really deep breath. And relax, especially your shoulders and your face, around your eyes, your jaw. And take another deep breath. And let everything go that has happened today. And another deep breath. Let everything go that has bothered you over the last few days or weeks. Just let it go for a minute, for this hour that we're here to receive messages. And now I'll call on my spirit guides to come and help me give messages to you from your guides. And I specifically call on Archangel Michael to protect this space so that only beings from the higher dimensions and only beings from the light and only beings that are connected to us in love can come through. And I also call on your guides to come and be with you and with us, and to use me as a channel to give you the messages they want you to hear today. And so it is. Thank you. All right, you can open your eyes again, and then we can get started. So do we have anyone? Well, I have to say, anyone who has been to one of these free readings before will get their turn at the end if there's still time, but I want to take the newbies first. So anyone who hasn't been to one of the readings, is there anyone who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Sorry, who said that? Someone said first. You can just raise your hand so I can see you.
Oh.
Okay, Deborah. All right.
Hi.
Hi. So I'm going to pin your image real quick so I can see you a little bit. Okay. All right. So I'm closing my eyes and focusing, and I'll tell you what I see. I see a goddess, and she has an animal with her. Not entirely sure which animal yet. So I'll just tell you what I see. Usually this clears up once once I start talking about what I see. But yeah, it's a bear. I'm not yet sure who the goddess is. But the bear is important too. And bear has like, the spirit of bear has healing abilities. And they're telling me, like the goddess and the bear, that you also have healing abilities. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. They're also telling me that you have a strong connection to nature. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. So I think this goddess, so I'll just say it and then I'll see, I'll get a confirmation. I think this goddess is Artemis, also called Diana in the Roman tradition. She's the goddess of hunting and animals. She's also a very strong protector of women. She tells me that you're a very strong woman. That you definitely have your own will, that you're pretty headstrong. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. She says you're a leader type. She says to not listen to people who tell you that you're bossy, but to recognize that when you don't accept your leader role in some way and don't find a channel for it, that you will use this power in a way you're not supposed to. Not in a bad way, absolutely not, but more how do I say this? Like when like maybe even in your family, like basically something like you tell your kids you're too much in your kids' lives, just as an example, because you don't have a good channel for your leadership abilities. So she wants you, her message is basically that she wants you to find an appropriate way to use your power where people really appreciate it and where you can use it in a really positive way.
Okay.
And she says it's the best way is if you use it for helping people in some way. So that, yeah, actually, preferably in combination with your healing abilities.
Okay, thank you.
See if there's anything else. She says you basically know what she's talking about and you know what to do.
So yes, thank you. Thank you very much. You just confirmed what I had my doubts in.
Okay, awesome. If you want, you can ask her one question.
Is it important that I know who my spirit animal is? Or will that come in time?
It's bear.
It is the bear. Okay.
Yeah. So these are like they come together. Like this goddess. I think her name is Artemis. I'm pretty sure, or Diana in the Roman tradition. You can look that up.
Okay.
Yeah. And bear is like they come together.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So now I'm curious. Did that make sense to you?
Yes, it did. Especially when you said I was headstrong. I try not to allow to be so headstrong, but I know that I am at times. And I'm not proud of that, but
Yeah, but she's saying you should be. That's part of you. That's part of your purpose. Just don't, just find a channel where you can use it.
I will find that positive channel. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, so who wants to go next? All right, how do I pronounce your name? Oh, wait, I can't hear you. You're muted. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Nana is my name.
Oh, okay, because here it says something else. That's why.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, so let's see. By the way, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm so rude. My name is Yamile. All right, so Nana, let me see. All right, closing my eyes. Give me a few seconds. I see a nature spirit. It's either an elf or a fairy. I'm not sure yet which one. We'll see. It's a fairy with fairy wings. Can't see her very clearly, but yeah, definitely a fairy. She has like a little fairy wand. It's a female. She shows herself a little bit like in a Disney way, but funny enough, like she looks like I've had this once before. She looks like she's clothed like an elf, like a Disney elf, but she has the fairy wings. She says she wants you to play more, to have more joy in your life. She says you don't give that enough space. And there's a reason, like you're too serious about something. Like there's something in your life that makes you feel like you have to be very serious. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay, awesome. She says, you're right in assuming that at this point in your life, you have to be serious about some things, but not to forget like to balance it out with joy and fun and laughter. So she wants you to take time, like consciously take time during your day and your week to do something, that brings you joy, whatever it is. She's showing me you painting. I'm not sure if that's symbolic or if you actually paint.
I do not paint.
Okay, then it's symbolic. It just means to find a hobby that you enjoy doing. Preferably something that keeps your mind focused on something. Oh, that's why she's showing me the painting. So something creative would be great, like like painting, music, or even like hiking, something that occupies your mind, because then your mind will be busy with what you're doing, and then your spirit can relax and have fun, and also get more guidance. She's also showing, I'm not sure why, but she's showing me some baby animals. Do you have animals?
No.
I'm not sure. Or were you thinking about getting one, or is there some other kind of connection to animals?
I've been thinking about getting a dog.
Oh, there you go. All right. So yeah, then get a dog. That will help you, especially if it's like a young one, because they have this like playful energy. It will bring joy into your life and will help you. Yeah, remember yourself as a child, like remember your inner child, and bring back play into your life. She says she will send you signs, so you remember this, specifically in the form of like things that would remind you of like a fairy wand, like the little sparkling lights. So it could be that you see it like, I don't know, when you go to bed, that you see these sparkling lights in your room or your house, or that you actually see, I don't know, fairy on a billboard with the fairy wand, or that kind of stuff will happen over the next few weeks. When you see it, then remember that she's with you and that she's here to help you have more fun in life, basically. And she says when you get the dog, he will be able to see her. So when he sits somewhere and he stares into the corner of a room or behaves in some weird way, then you know it's because he can see her. Do you have a question for her?
I think my question for her is, how can I bring more lightness and playfulness to my current situation?
By remembering your inner child. Remember what you like, what was fun for you to do when you were a child. Like go back way when you were, 3, 4, 5. What was it that you liked doing? What were your favorite playthings? What was your favorite game? and do that again. Like, for example, if you really liked puzzles, then get a puzzle and do a puzzle, because not because you will still super enjoy it, but I think you would, but more because doing these activities that you did as a child will bring back more of that child energy, and then it will help you find the things that bring you joy right now as an adult. Also, she says you can call her Sabrina. Does that make sense? Does that help?
I think so.
Okay. Let me see if she has anything else. Oh, she says you had a favorite book as a child. To read that again. Maybe it's just a picture book, I'm not sure, but yeah. Go find that book. And read it again. Yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm curious, do you know which book she was talking about? No?
No, I need to ask my mom.
Yeah, I was just going to say, ask your mom. All right. Who wants to go next? Okay, so we have, okay, and Sia, you come after Yezi or Jezi. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. How do I pronounce your name? Jezi or? Oh, I can't hear you, sorry. Nope, still can't hear you, although you're not muted. Nope, can't hear you. Can you other guys hear her? No. Do you have headphones? Okay, then I'll go with Encia first while you get your headphones. Okay, and let me check the chat because someone is saying something. Okay, lots of people who don't know their spirit guides yet. All right. Okay, so Encia, let me pin your video real quick so I can see you. All right. And can you guys unmute yourselves?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, awesome. All right, so let's see. So definitely also a goddess. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think it's Hera. Hera was, I think, the wife of Zeus. Okay, so she says this is about, she's here because it has to do with speaking up in relationships. To not just go with what the other person in the relationship says and wants, but to affirm your own will. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Can you say yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. See. She says that you actually, like in your life, you've always taken care of others and you kind of forgot your own, what you want for yourself. And because you've done it for such a long time, you don't actually remember what you want. And she says it's important for you to learn to find yourself again, to know what you want, like to know who you are and what serves you as a person and as a soul and a spirit, and not just what serves others. She wants you to do some self-discovery work. It could be a workshop or a women's circle. Or she says that would be a good one, a women's circle. It could be that you find one, a local one, you could find one online, or you could start your own with a few girlfriends. As long as it's at least 3 people, 3 women. Okay, so this is interesting. This is happening more and more. She's telling me to give you a book recommendation, a book that I know. It's called, good question, what's it called? I know it's by Sherry Dillard, and I'll write that down in the chat. And I think it's something about discover yourself, or I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but something like that. So if you go online on Amazon, you will find it. Okay, so she says she wants you to read that book, and it would be really great if you could find 2 or 3 or even more other women that you want to read this book with. So you could meet once a week and then talk about like the individual chapters, because that will help you to find yourself again, like who you are, what you want, what your gifts and talents are. And she says that you're prone to think that when you do something for yourself, you feel like you're being selfish. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so she says it's not selfish, because if you take care of yourself and you're stronger in yourself and you know better what your gifts and talents are, the better you can help others. So by taking care of yourself and getting to know yourself better and expressing your innermost self, the more you serve the world. So there's nothing selfish about it. And she wants you to really remember that. Every time you feel like you're a little lost, or you feel that you're being selfish, or if you feel like you're not really sure what you're supposed to do or what you really want in life, then just to think of her and call on her, and she will give you strength. And to also go and like read a little bit about her, so you know more about her, and then it will be easier to connect to her as well. And I'll write down her name for you as well, so you know what to look for. Oh, that was the book, and here's her name.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions?
No.
Sorry, you have to get closer to the mic. I can't really hear you.
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
All right. So who wants to go next?
I'll try. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. Awesome.
Okay, cool. Yessie is my name.
Oh, okay. Yessie. Okay. So I'll pin your video for a second so I can see you. Okay. Actually, let me go like this. Okay. Okay, so I'm not sure yet who's coming through, but I do get some information, so I'll just see what happens. Are you a very active person? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, you like physical exercise?
Yeah, I work out.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Usually doesn't happen that I get information without seeing anything, but we'll see where this goes. Oh, okay. So I see it's an animal spirit, and it's a horse.
Mm.
It's a black male stallion. It's one of these, I'm not sure what they're officially called, but one of these Arabic horses.
Mm.
If anyone here knows what I'm talking about, you can type it in the chat. It's definitely a wild one. Not one that usually would let people ride on its back. I keep seeing it. Gosh, I don't know what that's called in English. When it goes up on the like back legs and the front legs are in the air. I'm not sure what that's called.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure what it's trying to say.
Like it gets on its hind legs.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So I think the message is about you being someone who's very independent, and you don't like to be dominated at all. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It says to definitely keep your independence. That's very important. That's part of who you are. And be very specific about who you let how do I say this? Like with a horse, it would be like this horse is very careful about who it lets ride itself. That same goes for you. Like you're not someone who easily partners with other people. I don't know exactly how to say it. Maybe I'll find better words a little bit later. But
Yeah, I'm very cautious.
yeah, okay. But he also says that either there is someone already or someone will come into your life shortly. And you have to give this person a chance. Not in the sense that you let them take over your life or dominate you or anything like that, or get too close too quickly, but give that person a chance. And yeah, develop that relationship slowly. Like, just don't run away right away, basically. Just look at that person, look at their actions specifically, not just what they say. And then let them get one step closer and then see again what happens. And if it feels right, you take a step closer and again, wait, see how it feels. If it feels right, take a step closer again. Don't push yourself too much. Don't tell yourself that you have to let this person into your life more than you are willing to at this point. Just take it slow.
Okay.
But I get the feeling that it's okay to let this person into your life.
Is this as a friend or more than that?
It feels more like a romantic relationship. But I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
It's definitely a close relationship. It could also be a very close friendship.
Okay.
But I get a feeling it's definitely a male. And also something else about you, like using your body, like with workout and being active and that kind of stuff. That's definitely really important for you because you are a physical intuitive, which means that your intuition shows itself through your body, which means that you're also a person who will, like your body absorbs a lot of the energy that's around you. For other people, they're more emotional intuitives, and so it will go into their heart. And for you, it's like really in your body, and that's why working out, using your body in that way, training, that gets out the energies again.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, every time you feel like you're not sure about something, you feel overwhelmed, you don't feel yourself, workout is definitely the best way to get back into your center.
Yeah, that's my outlet for sure.
Yeah. And he also says that like fresh air, going out in nature, hiking is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, with following through thoughts or ideas, I tend to back away. And how do I get myself better at listening to myself and following through?
Okay, do you mean like, for example, with projects that you start and then you don't follow through?
I'm not necessarily, I mean, bigger than projects um, like opening a business, following through with
Okay.
my calling, that sort of thing.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so the information that I get is that when you don't follow through, you don't do it because you're scared to lose your independence. So basically, if you commit to something, you feel like you're already losing like part of your independence. So basically, the fear of that keeps you back. And to counter that is to really look at the things that you want to do, like starting a business, and see if it, like in the long run, enhances your independence or if it doesn't.
Okay.
And if you can see yourself that, let's say, 5 years from now, it makes you even more independent than now, then it will be easier for you to follow through. But if you see that it is not because for whatever reasons, then don't just give up on it, whatever it is, but find a way that it does make you more independent. And then it will be easier for you to follow through.
Okay. Thank
Does
you.
that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Let's see if there's a way for you to connect to your horse. Do you run at all?
I dance.
You didn't? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right. It was something with using your legs. So yeah, when you dance, like sometimes just dance for yourself and just imagine that you're dancing with the horse or that you're actually the horse yourself. Yeah, and maybe get like an image, maybe, I don't know, screensaver or something of a black horse so you can see it every day.
Okay.
So because like this horse also, yeah, shows me that you have a lot of strength. You're a very strong person, and the dancing brings it out in your, yeah. So imagine, like, sometimes dance and just imagine that the horse is with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Okay, so who else is here who wants a reading? If you
Can
do,
I?
please turn your camera on. And let me know, like,
Can I go email?
okay, Blair was first, so we'll go with Blair first and then Cinnamon. Unless there's anyone who hasn't been to any of the readings yet and wants one, but I don't think so. Okay.
Hi, Yamile.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm good, and you?
Awesome. I'm
You ready
great.
for the eclipse?
Yeah, totally. All right, let's see. Interesting. So today there's Ascended Master. I think we had one before for you, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I think it's the same one, but he shows himself in a different way. He shows himself as a Chinese man.
Is it Lao Tzu, maybe?
No.
No.
Because I'm not sure why. He's not really Chinese. He just shows himself that way today. Well, he says you basically already know everything that you have to know. But there is, okay, so on your previous lifetimes, you have learned a lot, but mostly on an intellectual level. But you still have to learn a little bit on the emotional level. Basically, the emotional level has to catch up with the intellectual level because there was a lot of focus on the intellect throughout your past lives. So he wants you to focus on the heart chakra. See if he has any suggestions how to do that.
Listen all week long for your chance to beat the box office and with their parents to see J. Cole live in concert Friday, July 28th at the Air Canada Center. Now, tickets go on sale this Friday at livenation.com. Courtesy of G987 where we agree.
So someone has like a television in the background. Can you please mute yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself. That's me.
Oh, that's you.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't control.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So yeah, he wants you to, when you meditate, instead of focusing on your breathing, focus on your heartbeat. Like really focus on feeling your heartbeat. He says that do that over the next month on a regular basis, at least 3 times a week, 4 times a week, sorry. That will open your heart chakra more, and just by opening your heart chakra a little bit more, you will find the next step to take, because you're getting guidance on like the emotional level, but you don't always hear it because you're like more focused in your head. So that's why he wants you to do this meditation. And once you've done that, it's easier for you to hear like the guidance on an emotional level. Okay, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, perfect sense.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a question?
Yeah, I guess it would apply to everybody, if that's possible. Just a message about the upcoming eclipse cycle and the energies.
Oh, okay. Well, let me do that at the end.
Okay.
First, yeah, but remind me.
All right, I will.
Yeah. Do you have any specific questions about, just the message right now?
Yeah. Hang on a sec. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'm currently looking for a place to live permanently in this new city that I find myself in. Is there anything opening up?
Okay, let's see. Okay. What I'm hearing is that there will be 2 or 3 different opportunities, and you should go with the one that feels right. So again, like don't go with the intellect, like what's closer to your workplace or anything else that would make sense, but go with what feels right in your heart.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So who hasn't had a turn yet?
Me?
Oh, Cinnamon. Right.
Money?
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Is it 4 o'clock for you again? 4 a.m.?
No, it's 9 a.m.
Okay.
The next week will be 4 a.m.
All right. Let's see. An angel, very clearly. Wasn't it also an angel last time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shh, puppy.
She's giving you a message to not hide. She says you're hiding. You're hiding from yourself and your purpose. And she says you're hiding because the world seems very overwhelming to you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. It does, yeah.
She says learn to put a shield up between you and the world when you go out, when you deal with other people, when you leave your house.
Okay.
So she wants you to learn a little bit about psychic protection, not because like some bad spirits are after you or anything like that, so don't worry. It's more just to shield yourself from other people's energy, because otherwise it all like just you absorb all of it, and that's what makes you feel bad, and that's what you're trying to hide from.
Okay.
So yeah, go online, Google psychic protection,
Mm-hmm.
read maybe 3 or 4 different kinds, and then pick the one that feels right, and then do that like on a regular basis.
I do know quite a few, but the problem is I'm not practicing them.
There you go. Well, that was the next thing I was going to say. Do it actually every morning when you wake up, and then again when you leave the house, or if you are with other people.
Okay.
Again, not because other people are bad or trying to get you, but just so you can like feel your own energy and be like feel safe in your own energy.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that?
When you first channeled her, you said about the amethyst. Would that work with the protection as well? Using amethyst? Yeah.
She says one way to do psychic protection is to imagine yourself in a purple either bubble or a purple flame around you, or a purple cloak or a purple shield, whatever makes more sense to you.
Okay.
And that would work with the amethyst, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask one more question?
Yes, give 1 second. She says you can always call on Archangel Michael for protection as well.
Okay.
He's actually here right now. He's not saying anything, but just nodding like, yeah, you can call on him.
Okay. Okay.
And also challenge yourself with opening yourself up to the world.
Okay.
Like do the psychic protection, but challenge yourself to deal with the world a little bit more than you are doing right now.
Okay. That'll happen. It's spring, so in the winter I usually do hide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what was your question?
Just how I can trust myself more. My intuition. Is there something that I don't know? I just have a hard time trusting that things are coming from spirit. Like I believe it is, but I don't fully trust it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like not what's coming from you, but just myself when I get signs and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I doubt it.
Two things. First of all, you need to learn to feel your own energy versus other people's energy and the energy from other beings. You don't trust it because your energies are way too mixed up with energies that are coming from the outside.
Okay.
So you have a lot of like, let's say, feelings that are not your own, images that are not your own, and you don't really know where it comes from. So you need
Confusing
to learn.
me.
Yeah, you need to learn what's coming from you and what's coming from the outside, and if it comes from the outside, if it's where it comes from. The way you learn that is through meditation.
Okay.
So you really need to practice meditation every day.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, there was one more thing. I lost it. Let me see if I can get it again. Sorry, I lost it.
That's okay.
If I remember, I'll tell you later.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. All right. So anyone who hasn't had a turn yet or wants to,
Can I go?
let me know who you are.
Hanin.
Ah, okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's see. I'm not getting an image at the moment. There's a message.
Yeah.
To, let's see. Okay, yeah, I think it's to trust yourself and to go with what you have learned.
Okay, it makes sense.
I'm not sure who's saying this, but I'll just tell you what I hear. To go with what you've learned. You have learned a lot over, yeah, through, I'm not sure for how long, but you've basically been getting a lot of information for a while.
It's true, yeah.
So to not look for much more information, but to implement it.
Okay.
Still can't see who's saying this though. Okay, it looks like interesting. Looks a little bit like some Christians portray God like an older man with a white beard and a cane. Not sure who he is.
Does his face looks familiar to you?
No, I just see like he's an older man. He's wearing like a tunic, so I'm guessing it's like Roman, Greek, more Roman. Yeah, long white beard.
It could be Jacob, but I'm not really sure.
Oh, maybe that would make sense. Yeah, that kind of energy, that makes sense. But I can't say for sure. But if that's like the intuition you get, then yeah.
Okay.
But definitely, yeah, the message is pretty clear. Like, implement what you learned.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot already, also from past lives. Time to use it.
Okay.
He says that's all he has to say. He's
Okay.
around and walking away.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Did we have everyone?
Yamile, is there time for me or do you want to go?
Oh,
It's Siobhan.
okay. There you go. Yeah, sorry, you guys have all turned off your videos and then I can't see who's speaking.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Wait, let me pin your video. Okay. Also an angel. Hmm. Hmm. See, they all take their time.
Oh, I thought she was scolding you.
She says she's watching over you when you sleep. Have you been having nightmares?
Yeah, not nightmares, but very funny dreams. And I always wake up and I can feel someone's there.
Okay. Because it feels like she's there because you don't feel safe at night. I'm not sure why. But either way, she's with you at night. She's giving you messages in your dreams. She's helping you learn in your dreams. And she's helping you remember things in your dreams from your past life. She says it's not important that you consciously know about these things. So even if you don't remember your dreams, that's not important.
Okay.
It's just important that like you're that this knowledge is woken up inside of you.
Okay.
So you can use it now. She says it's time to really start living your purpose. And you know what to do, even though you're holding back a little bit. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, the way you said it was funny.
Because you know what? I was having that exact same thought earlier on.
So, yeah, she says she's helping with you with that. And even though, yeah, you're still a little apprehensive about like actually doing what you know you should be doing, just do it.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah, she says it's not just about you. This is like important for a lot of people. Even if you don't know like how you influence, like how you make, like how do I say this? What kind of influence this has on other people or the world in general? It does have an influence, and it's important that you do it now.
That I did, yeah.
So yeah, don't hold back. Don't be afraid. Don't stall. Just take.
Just go.
Yeah, just take one step at a time. But also don't overwhelm yourself. But take
Yeah.
one step at a time.
Yeah, I think it's important to take a step. I think that's what's trying to be communicated.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and she says that's all you have to know.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have a question?
Thank you, Yamile. I wanted to ask about work, my current work, and the conundrum I'm sitting in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does she have any advice regarding where I am right now, my job-wise?
She says again, you know what the right step is.
Okay, I feel you.
Like it's like, I don't have to tell you, you know what it is. Go to it.
I know.
Don't listen to the shoulds in your head. Oh, and if you, when you're confused or you think you should do something, she says to sit down, set an alarm clock to 20 minutes and write for 20 minutes. Don't stop writing. Even if you don't know what to write, and write, I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write, until something else comes.
Something else
Keep
comes.
writing about like what you're thinking right now, what's in your head, because then it all comes out, and eventually your higher self will take over and will give you messages through your writing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys, it's 6:20, so I gotta go.
Yamile, you
Sorry.
asked me to remind you.
Yeah, I know. I just don't have the time. I have something else coming up right now.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. As always, come to our Facebook group if you are not a part of it yet. If you're not a member yet, you can find it at spiritguideschool.com. If anything happens after this reading that makes it more clear, or you get signs, come tell me in the group. That would be awesome. Or if you're not in the group, send me an email, because obviously I always like to hear that stuff. Yeah, and if you want a private session, come to my website, spiritguides.co, and you can book a session there. That would be 1 hour, and I can be more specific, obviously, and it's not public also. All right, thanks for coming and participating. It was fun as always, and I hope it served you in some way. All right, guys. Bye. Bye, Alex.